All right, so we're going to look at this question here. Use conservation of energy to determine the angular speed of the spool shown in the figure after the 3 kilogram bucket has fallen 3.45 meters starting from rest. The light string attached to the bucket is wrapped around the spool and does not slip as it unwinds. Okay, so first what we need to do is look at the energy in the system to begin with. So when the bucket is at its starting position, it is 3.45 meters above y equals 0. So if I think about this in terms of the conservation of energy, then initially my bucket has gravitational energy stored in its position, Eg. And as it falls, gets down here, when the bucket is down here, the cord has pulled on the disc and now the disc is rotating. So there are two things happening. The bucket has a velocity, v, a linear velocity, therefore the bucket has a kinetic energy, translational, and the disc has a rotational energy, Ek rotation. So now let's set up a energy transformation equation. So we have Eg of the bucket is converted to both Ek translational of the bucket and Ek rotation of the disc. So we'll have M bucket GH is equal to 1/2 M bucket velocity squared plus 1/2 I of the disc times omega squared. Now I'm looking for the angular speed of the spool, so this is what I'm actually looking for. And I know that the moment of inertia equation for a disc is 1/2 m r squared. So I can make a substitution there. And I know that v is equal to r times omega. So I can make a substitution there too. Alright, so now let's do it. The mass of the bucket is 3. G is about 10. The height is 3.45. Then 1/2, the mass of the bucket is 3. Now V is r times omega, and the radius of our disk is 0.6 times omega, square it, plus, now I'm going to substitute in for my energy equation, so 1/2. Now the moment of inertia itself is this 1/2, so I have to include the 1/2 when I substitute here. So it'll be 1/2. The mass of the disc is 5 kilograms times the radius of the disc is 0.6. But don't forget to square that. And then times omega squared. So this is my 1/2 I omega squared. And I'm looking for this omega. So I should be able to now rearrange and simplify some things. So this would be 30 times 3.45 is equal to 1.5 times 0.36 omega squared plus 5/4 0.36 times omega squared. After simplifying, we can isolate omega squared, Divide by 0.99 on both sides and take the square root. And then 10.2 is equal to omega. Now we can go another route in solving this problem. We can find the angular acceleration of the wheel, the alpha of the wheel, and then find the time it takes for the bucket to move. So let's do this another way and practice using torque. So if we think about the system as the bucket